Well, good morning. Look how good you look this morning. Welcome to Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim Tuesday.
The sun is coming up and it's pretty.
He's so thrilled. He's just like, open up the curtains.
Opening up the curtains. Let the sun shine in and face it with a grin. Name the cartoon that came from.
Bugs Bunny?
The Flintstones.
Oh, really?
It was in Fred's dream when Pebbles could actually sing, and she was in like a rock band or something.
Did you take notes when you watched TV as a kid? You remember things like unbelievable.
I remember a lot of stuff when I was a kid, and my sisters think that I lie about a lot of things when I tell stories about my mother and I.
Yeah?
And they think that's not true. That never happened. It's like, no, it did.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't around. They were
I don't remember a lot.
Pebbles Flintstone. Fred had a dream that she could talk. And then not only could she talk, she could sing. And not only could she sing, she actually became a star, and she sang that song, Let the Sun Shine In, and face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. It's a good philosophy for all of us.
Isn't it though?
Unless you live in Delhi.
Oh my.
The sun won't shine in.
Oh, it can't.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. In Delhi, which is North India, right? According to whatever, like science, when it comes to breathing and pollution levels, okay, so they measure cubic meters of, I guess, particulate, I think is what it is.
Okay.
So safe daily maximum is 25 micrograms per cubic meter. That's safe.
25 micrograms, okay.
In Delhi, they are measuring now 1,000 micrograms per cubic meter. The air is unbreathable. Flights are being delayed because of poor vision because of the smog. It's been declared a pollution emergency. I saw pictures where the sun is almost blacked out, and I read on Twitter that officials are saying, stay indoors, use a breathing mask if you have one, and pray for the homeless. Luann, look.
Oh my word. They must be breathing in chunks of stuff.
Right? They're saying that it is currently the situation is unbreathable. So, and of course, the day before all of this, while this is all going on, Pompeo announces that the U.S. is pulling out of the U.S. Paris Climate Agreement, and Elizabeth May resigns.
So yeah, happy environment.
Happy greenness, everybody. Wild.
That's crazy. And you know what? I look at the picture and I think, how can you possibly even start to put a dent in there? You gotta get everybody to stop renting a car.
It's all levels,
right?
And they're saying the levels of government need to come together. Is what they're saying, is that they need to sit down together and figure this out. This is not. They said they have to stop playing the blame game.
Well, and you know what? It's hard to refute that there's a problem when you can't breathe. Right? Or
no
see,
kidding.
or imagine blowing your nose. There must be like craters in there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Once again, breakfast, Luann, breakfast. I have to remind her all the time.
I know.
Did you see all the kids yesterday? Oh, they were jonesing. They had to put their cell phones down.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how that went.
I don't know, Audrey. How'd it go? You're in college now. You don't know. High school's not allowed to use cell phones anymore. I bet there were kids who were having nervous breakdowns.
But
what?
Some schools, it's been left to the schools. They can decide what their policy is going to be, and the teachers in some cases are left with that decision.
That's not right.
Because the teachers don't have enough to do dealing with behavioral problems that they aren't qualified to deal with, getting things chucked at their heads. There's that sort of stuff. And now you're going to talk to...
By any chance, is somebody in your family a teacher?
No. You're going to talk to a 6'3", grade 10 person, and you're going to say, give me your phone.
And she's going to say, no.
And you're going to say, okay. I'm not going to fight with you over this.
Listen, let's go play basketball.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I think it's absolutely necessary. I really do.
To get rid of the phones.
I do.
I agree too.
Yeah. I believe that there are tools that can be used. I think that people who are challenged with learning disabilities, there are programs, iPads. Is that the same as a cell phone? You can't go on Facebook and troll.
Yeah.
That's a good term, Yeah, trolling. You can't troll Facebook while you're supposed to be listening in class.
And I'll tell you, what's happening is also, we're seeing it in adults. I mean, kids aren't the only ones. Adults can't do it either. They can't put their cell phones down.
No.
They can't. I mean, I sat in the lane beside the turning lane. I was going home for lunch yesterday. No, I was going to St. Mary's College, as a matter of fact, yesterday to shoot a thing. And I was in the straight ahead lane, okay? And the left turn lane right there on second line. Great Northern Road at second line. Okay, so anyway, I'm watching, the arrow goes, and I'm looking at the cars beside me, and I'm seeing who's moving and who's not. And I can see beside me and behind me, rear view mirrors, 3 cars. First car didn't go at all. Finally, white truck went, and you see them. 2 cars back.
It's against the law, people.
2 cars back, just sitting there. I'm looking back. Okay, wait till she goes, and then she goes, and then another car, 2 cars behind there, not moving, just looking at their cell phones. Lunchtime, they're getting off work for lunch, and they just can't wait to get in their cars and get on there. It's like,
what did you do before you had a cell phone? People talk about, oh, when it rings in my car, I just feel compelled to answer it. What? Why is it that the caller decided it was a good time for them to call, that you have to say it's a good time for me to listen?
And don't forget the facts, and these are the facts, proven. There are more deaths on Canadian roadways because of distracted driving than because of impaired driving.
Or speeding.
Put your phone down.
Put the phone down. My goodness.
Mama
you know
spoke.
what? It's like this. And you talk about kids and how what's the argument?
You're modeling.
Right?
Adults are modeling for them.
Unbelievable.
So now the kids are going to lead the way. We're putting our phones down, so should you.
Yes. Good point. Kids do that.
Yeah, be leaders.
Just say, yeah, you
Be
know
leaders,
what?
not
You know what I
followers.
did today, Mom? I left my phone at home all day. I winter.
I love Jennifer Aniston. How do you feel about Jennifer Aniston?
I love her so much.
Okay, so she's in that new movie that's out?
Yes.
What's it called? The Morning Show.
Yes.
Steve Carell and Reese Witherspoon. Don't really know what it's about. She's going to get replaced by Reese Witherspoon, and she's...
Yeah, it's about she's a host of a morning show.
Imagine that. We should go together and watch it.
We should.
Oh, look, there they are.
Yeah.
Which one's you, which one's me?
I'm Jennifer.
Okay. Good, because I'm younger.
Yes, you are.
Did you know that before, pre-Friends, this was I don't even know the year, she was in her early 20s. Lorne Michaels approached Jennifer Aniston to be in the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Really?
And it says more than once he approached her and asked her to be in the cast. And she said no. She said because she thought SNL was too much of a boys' club and that the women on that show could have been treated better. And
well, you know what?
That's what she thought at the time. And now she says, you know, you're not your brightest when you're in your early 20s.
But still,
So-
like that's very brave of her to
say no.
Say no.
Yeah.
Stupid, but brave.
She
No,
said-
really though. Seriously, if she's feeling that way, imagine how brave. When I was 20, I can't do that now.
Yeah.
Like, good for her.
She's single again.
Yes,
She says
she
she's
is.
happy.
Yeah.
I guess she was on Howard Stern was where I'm getting all this information
Oh, is that
from.
right?
Yeah. She's happy.
She's stunning.
There's
she
another
never
actress.
looks bad.
Do you know the actress? Her name is Emma Watson. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's currently starring in what's about to be released. Little Women is coming
Yes.
out, right? The movie. I love that story.
Me too.
Great
It's
film.
such a classic.
There's a musical version of it I would love to direct one day.
Ah.
Beautiful. Anyway, Emma Watson is also single, but she doesn't call herself single. She says she fought for a long time with herself saying, you know, I don't believe you can be happy alone.
Right.
She thought you had to be in a relationship. And she said these people who say you can be happy and single are just full of it. She says she's now there, and it's true, she is happy, but she doesn't call herself single. She calls herself, I'm self-partnered.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Self-partnered. That could mean so many things.
I know.
couldn't
That's what I was thinking, Lou. I thought the same thing. Yep.
Wow. Okay. You know what? Whatever it takes.
Self-partnered.
You know.
We have a great show today. So there's a comedian that I interviewed on via Skype. His name is Pete Zedlacher. Okay. Now, if you see the guy, you might recognize him from Montreal, the Just for Laughs Montreal. He won the $25,000 Sirius XM comedy radio contest a couple years ago. He's been nominated 6 times for a Canadian Comic of the Year, and he won once. I had a pleasure interviewing him. I got to watch some of his YouTube stuff. He's going to be at Sue Blaster
Oh, terrific.
This week. So check out the interview with Pete. And then KRUSH is having their annual
Nice
fundraising
clothes.
fashion show. So Christina's here to talk about that. And of course, Luann has the news on this sunny Tuesday morning. So please stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim. And we'll see you in just a minute.
Past year we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next performer grew up in a northern Ontario town called Wawa.
And that's why you don't let babies name towns.
Here's the very funny Pete Zedlacher.
Pete Zedlacher. I took my wife to Mexico this year because she wants to see me get murdered. What's going on down there? All-inclusive resort, all you can eat, all you can drink. One of these places where no matter where you go, somebody's offering you booze. Tequila, senor? It's 8 a.m. Yes, I will have tequila, yes. I mean, what are we good for?
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim, and I am joined right now via Zoom this is Pete Zedlacher. Pete, you're coming to me all the way from Calgary, Alberta. Thanks for getting up a little bit early today. I don't know if stand-up comics generally wake up as early as you're up right now.
Well, there was a time in my life where I probably would have slept till 2 or 3 in the afternoon, but
You're all grown up now.
Growing up. I'm an adult now, so I'm up early and happy to talk to you.
You've been doing this since '96, my friend?
That's right. I just celebrated my 23rd anniversary as a stand-up comedian.
And here's something that people in Sault Ste. Marie will appreciate, because you're coming to visit us on November the 8th. You'll be at Sue Blaster. Show starts at 9 o'clock. You hail originally from Wawa.
Wawa, double wah.
Yeah,
Boom.
as we call it, the Twin Cities of Wa.
I hadn't heard that one. That's great.
Or Wa Squared.
That's Wah squared for sure.
Wawa, where, why? Yeah. So, how did a guy from Wawa end up as a stand-up comic? Do you want to tell me a little bit about growing up in Wawa and what led you to where you are today?
I love Wawa. I love my hometown of Wawa. I get home as much as I can to visit my friends and family. But at the age of 19, you're graduated high school and looking to make your own path. I got out of Wawa as soon as I could. I moved to New York City for 4 years and I studied theater there.
Where'd you study, if you don't mind?
What's that? Say again?
Where did you study in New York, if you don't mind?
It was it was called the American Musical and Dramatic Academy.
Oh, I know where you went. Right on. Good for you.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, with my my theater background, I threw myself into stand-up, and next thing you know, I was in the Toronto comedy scene, and then excelled very quickly through the ranks, and quickly find myself as a professional comedian. And then it's been a wild ride ever since. 19 countries around the world, every province, every territory, 15 states through the United States. It's been a dream, and I still love it.
That's fantastic, and what a career! I mean, never mind the number of countries and appearances you were the first comic in Kandahar in Afghanistan, right? Or is it Kandahar or Kandahar?
Kandahar, yeah.
Well, I haven't been.
That's right. April of 2002, I got to perform for the Canadian Forces in Kandahar, and that's when I arrived there. They said, "You're going to be the first comedian to perform in Afghanistan." And I said, "Are you sure?" Because there could have been a local guy. We don't know. Could have been like a Yuck Yucks Kandahar. They could have tried it, but
how do you think that would have gone?
It would not have gone well for the Taliban. That's for sure. Yeah, they had to bring in a pro from Canada.
A lot of awards for you. You are, as far as I can tell, you've received the record number of nominations for Best Stand-Up Comedy. You've got 6 nominations and a win, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So.
Congratulations!
It's a huge pat on the back. The nominations are such a huge pat on the back because they're all nominated by my peers.
By your peers.
So it's all amongst the stand-up comedy community. They put the names forward to say that these are the best of the best, and to get 6 nominations and 6 nods like that is huge. And of course, yeah, I won the award. And if you want to see the award, it's at my mom's house in Wawa.
In Wawa, you're going to be visiting there after you're done here in the Sioux, right?
That's correct. I'll go visit my mom in Wawa.
It's cool that you get to come home and visit, because right now you've relocated to Alberta.
That's correct.
From Toronto, so you're out there loving life.
Loving life.
Now, you've also, so I was going to ask you, you said you went to the American Academy for Musical and Dramatic Arts, right?
That's, yeah, close.
You something like that. What is it called?
Yeah. American Musical and Dramatic Academy.
That's the one. Okay, AMDA. So, there's a joke you did. I was reminding you of a series of jokes you did about. It's sort of your gay set, and I found it extremely funny. But there's one thing you do about how when gay guys say things, it's always funny. You're like hilarious and hilarious. And when you did that
right,
joke,
yeah.
But when you did that joke, I thought he has vibrato. This guy, do you sing? Do you actually sing?
I could carry a tune, but I don't think I could sing.
Because it's funny, because when you did that hilarious, you actually had vibrato. But I thought, I wonder if he sings. And then you said you went to the American Academy of whatever the heck it's called.
I'm enjoying your performance of my joke much better than my joke.
No, okay, but you touch on so many things that I love. Okay, you talk about border crossings, which is that stuff is going to kill. You should bring that to the Sioux, because we are a border town.
For sure, right? Yeah.
You talk about. So appropriately, you spent some time talking about the Canada goose being our national bird. That's a great routine. And then, of course, there you are from Wawa. You guys got a new goose, did you?
We got a new goose. You got to come and check out the new goose. You make jokes about the goose, but I saw it for the first time last year, and I was blown away. I'm like, that's an amazing goose. Like, I'm very proud of our goose.
You talk about
a good-looking goose.
You talk about the Catholic Church. I mean, you touch it. The way that you write and the way you perform, it is. You were saying that your theatrical background probably has something to do with the way that you deliver comedy. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, I think with all theater, with all art, it's storytelling, and with all I've done films, I've done plays, I've done all these things, but it's such a time-consuming process. Like, to do a film it takes years to make a film, and to do a play, it takes months of rehearsal, and then you mount it, and it might run for a couple of weeks, and then you're done.
Right.
With stand-up comedy, I think of an idea, I write it down, I work on it, and then I go and hit a stand-up comedy stage, and then try it, and then it's immediately like I just find out immediately what if it's art or not. It's the most pure art form I've ever performed in, and I love it. 23 years in, I still love it. So, and you talked about some of the films you performed in: American Pie, The Naked Mile, Survival of the Dead, and then you've done television writing too. Yeah, I've written quite a bit for television over the last few years.
The Hour?
Yeah, I worked for George Stroumboulopoulos and Rick Mercer and
Ron James.
And yeah, so it's been a fun and rewarding process. But there's nothing more rewarding than getting on stage and performing your own material. That's for sure.
Right on. There's another award that you received, and actually, I did an interview with a local guy from the Sioux who was competing in the Sirius XM's Top Comic competition. You took that title.
Yeah, I'm the winner.
2013. You got the 25,000.
Whoever you were interviewing, he lost because I won.
I know he did. So that was 2013, though, right?
That's right. Yeah.
25 grand.
An annual contest. Yeah.
What'd you do with the money?
Spent it. You're looking at my kitchen right now. This is my kitchen. So
right on.
This is what I did with it.
Okay, so the other thing I said to you before we went to air was, as an audience member, or I guess maybe as just somebody who, I'm a bit analytical when it comes to performances, and I was saying you layer your jokes, and you get to I think you're at the end of your joke, I think I've heard the punchline, and then there's another one, and then there's another one, and it's like it's like an onion, and you keep topping yourself until you get to the pinnacle. I think it's brilliant and so fun to watch. Was that a style that just developed on its own? How did that, you know what I'm talking about, right?
That's a huge compliment. Thank you so much for that. I was once referred to as the milkman because I'll just milk a joke until it's done. Just keep milking a joke.
Right on.
But it happens naturally because you write a joke, you perform it, the audience laughs. Sometimes they laugh so much. Sometimes they applaud so much that you just have to keep adding on to the joke. So next thing you know, you've added a tagline and another tagline, and all of a sudden now you've got another punchline, and it keeps evolving. And so it's a two-way street. Stand-up comedy is a two-way street between the audience and the performer. So the audience will let you know if the joke is done.
Yeah. But you're not afraid to commit. That's the other thing I made in my notes, is that you commit to your jokes. I mean, you will sit with something and you'll I guess milking it is a good word, but you're not self-indulgent, which I appreciate. So
this is the nicest interview I've ever done.
No, I've definitely, like I said, I love my job. When I come to work and I'm researching an interview, and I get to spend an hour and a half watching some of the funniest stand-up I've seen in a long time. So,
it's so great. Thank you so much.
I really encourage people in Sault Ste. Marie to come out and see you on November the 8th. That's Sioux Blaster. The show starts at 9 p.m. Tickets are available. The prices, you can't beat it. Did you know that they're only charging $20 at the door for this thing? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. When you have to pay like $16 to go see, Thor: Dark World.
Right?
Ridiculous. Yeah. And $20 to see a live performance of stand-up comedy, nothing.
And there's two of you on the bill plus an MC.
Exactly. Right. It's a whole show. You get a whole show.
Have you been to the Sioux before to perform?
On a few occasions, but not very many.
All right.
We'll be back again through town with my Snowed In comedy tour in April.
Oh, okay.
And, we're looking forward to that one too. So
that's Canada's biggest comedy tour.
The Snowed In comedy tour, yeah.
Canada's biggest comedy tour. 60 stops coast to coast in 2019. There you go.
That's correct.
Okay, listen, Pete Zedlacher, I want to thank you for joining me again this morning from Calgary, Alberta. An old Wawa boy. Nice you're coming home to Northern Ontario. I look forward to seeing you. I've got a gig that night, but I think I'll be done in time. So I may be bursting through the doors at 9 p.m. to grab my seat, but I'm going to be there because I appreciate your style, man.
Nice. Thank you so much for this very kind interview, and I look forward to rocking the Sioux.
Right on. We'll see you on November the 8th. Okay, bye for now, and we're going to be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Ended up at a wine tasting. I don't belong at a wine tasting. You've been to one of these pretentious, hey, you ever heard the dialogue floating around describing wines? Oh, very oaky. Would you say very oaky? Yes, I would say very oaky. It's very good. What a distinct, delicious character on this guy. Yeah, and very peppery. Peppery, absolutely peppery. Tobacco. Yes, peppery tobacco. Absolutely.
This is On TV.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Tim.
You people must think I'm cuckoo and that I'm a jinx. So I said, because seriously, when we walked in the studio, we don't have windows here. So when I walked in here, it was sunny. I swear to you, it was sunny outside. The sun was coming up. It was beautiful. I finished saying, enjoy your sunny Tuesday. We walked back in the office like, it's a blizzard.
Oh my gosh. That's what we saw. I said to Tim, how's that sign working?
This is 2 minutes after I said, enjoy your sunny Tuesday.
Wow. And there's actually a snow squall watch or warning in effect right now, so especially to the north of us. So
Surprise. I think it's here.
Well, look at that. We look like India right now.
That's
right?
Yeah. Honestly. Okay, so Keith and I went to Walmart yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, we shopped.
You guys live it up, eh?
There's this Febreze. It's called Lavender, Vanilla, and Comfort. I'm thinking,
Comfort.
What's Comfort smell like? So, as it turns out, you tell me what you think. I think that Lavender, Vanilla, and Comfort smells like Pampers.
Clean ones?
You tell me.
You know what? It smells like Pampers. Or baby powder-ish.
It smells apparently
gorgeous.
Diapers.
I love that.
Well, there you go.
That's so nice and comforting. See what I did there?
Yes, I saw.
Pretty cool.
So Walmart, you do see some interesting fashions when you're at Walmart. So I put together a little collection. These are not from our local Walmart. These are just some of the fashion, and we do have Christina Hudson on from KRUSH
Who knows fashion.
Who knows fashion. So I wonder what she would think about these outfits. Now take a look at some of these.
Oh, is that a girl or a boy?
That's a man, and that's hair on his back that you probably can't see from where you are.
I thought maybe it was a shirt.
So I'm hoping that he's going to shop for razors and shaving cream.
Oh my, I like his muffin top.
Okay, so someone's going to work.
Holy, what?
And I don't,
She went into the store like that?
Well, a girl's got to make a living, Lou.
Well, okay.
I hope she's buying some. Yeah.
Oh my! Showing off her ass.
I know, and I'm telling you, there's a crack problem in Northern Ontario. Okay.
Why would you bother putting a dress
Luann,
on?
don't ever wear that. Don't ever.
Oh my word! What?
You joke about your things being in your shoes.
Oh, honey. Put a little blush on too. I'm just saying.
I hope that.
Oh!
Luann.
Oh! What?
Those are flesh-colored tights.
Oh my God! I thought.
No, look at the ankles. There's laces. Those are actual.
Oh, that's to see the laces redoing that. I knew that it had to be.
Why?
I see a
Who?
crack there.
Don't you have family?
It's not.
You're shopping. There's somebody there with you. Who didn't tell you?
Somebody should have said to you,
Someone
I
should have
love you
said.
enough to say, take off those skin-colored tights, honey.
Yeah.
And that bum dress.
Or
the bum dress. That's like stripper time, no?
Oh,
I mean,
dear.
I think she looked gorgeous in it, right?
Who? The white outfit?
Yeah, the white outfit. She did. She looked beautiful. She has a nice figure, and her bum was nice and up.
You shouldn't see that part of it.
No, well, of course
not. You know what? Maybe she's a plumber. Okay.
Maybe she's a plumber.
Then it'll make the final piece of the puzzle.
The plumber. I'm never going to Walmart again.
Plumbers are kind of like prostitutes. Well, they charge you a lot of money, and in the end, plumbers
and show you their goods.
In the end, plumbers just screw you over. Really. Sorry, didn't mean that to the plumbers.
Yes, he did.
Friends of our family. Okay, anyway, hi.
I have to say thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show for us every morning. We certainly
Security.
appreciate it. You guys, who's coming up? Me with the news. Stay tuned.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Where you live in the district, you may have seen a trace of snow or a lot of it over the weekend. And although Sault Ste. Marie managed to dodge the snow bullet so far, we all know our turn is coming, and that could be this week. An Alberta Clipper will organize and track through the Great Lakes by tomorrow, and that could leave behind 10 centimeters here in the city, more elsewhere up north. Over the weekend, areas like Gooley and Hayden picked up over 20 centimeters, while in the city, only a trace. The forecast this week calls for flurries and plummeting temperatures that could lead to heavier amounts of snow. Overnight lows could go as low as -10. By the way, the normal for this time of the year should be around -1. The first 2 weeks of November are looking to be below normal in temperatures before a gradual warm-up mid-month, lasting through to early December. Snow, of course, is not uncommon this early on in the month of November. The most snow on the ground in Sault Ste. Marie on this date was an impressive 30 centimeters back in 1966. Meanwhile, the warmest temperature recorded on this date was 19.3 Celsius in 2008. That shows you that November can be full of surprises weather-wise. City Council unanimously passed a new Parks and Recreation Master Plan during last evening's meeting. The plan, which covers all aspects of parks and recreation, including arenas, the boardwalk, green space, marinas, and pools, just to name a few, will look at the development of Parks and Rec in the city over the next 5 years. City Parks and Recreation Manager Virginia McLeod explained the economic benefits parks and recreation can have on the community, such as creating cost reductions elsewhere, boosting tourism, creating an attractive community for newcomers, and ensuring health and environmental benefits for residents in the community. So far, additions to the city include the disc golf course, outdoor fitness center, pump track, sensory playground, and splash pad, along with improvements to the Hub Trail, Roberta Bondar Tent, and Strathclair Park. Councillor Lisa Vezzo-Allen pointed out, though, that there is a lack of facilities still for teens and people with disabilities. while Councillor Matthew Shoemaker talked about the lack of green space downtown, and Councillor Gardy inquired about how underutilized parks can be improved. 4 key areas of the plan, McLeod explained, look at community development and partnerships, infrastructure, service delivery, and quality of life. She said the city is also working at making its website more interactive, allowing users to see parks in their wards and in their neighborhoods. City Deputy CEO of Community Development, Tom Vare, said the addition of the downtown plaza will help fill the lack of green space in the downtown core, giving it some park space and an outdoor rink in the winter months. Vare also said the city will budget approximately $150,000 per year to upgrade city parks, hoping partnerships can be formed with other community groups to speed up that process. Elementary and high school teachers in Ontario's public system could be in a legal strike position later on this month. The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario and the government met with a conciliator yesterday amid tense contract talks, and the union said there was no real movement. The union is requesting what's known as a no board report, which can take a few days to be issued. Once that happens, though, teachers would be in a legal strike position 17 days later. High school teachers could be in a legal strike position on November 18th, as a no board report was issued for them on Friday, though it doesn't yet have a strike mandate from its members. Those votes are set to conclude on November 15th. Elementary teachers voted 98% in favor of strike action last week. Teachers in the English Catholic system are also in the process of holding strike votes, with results expected in the next couple of weeks. National unity was top of mind for Ontario Premier Doug Ford yesterday as he offered to host a meeting of provincial leaders to address what he called Western Canada's alienation in the wake of the federal election. Ford made the comments during his first news conference since the federal Liberals were re-elected last month with a minority government, but did not win a single seat in Alberta or in Saskatchewan. He said he was troubled by the results of the October 21st federal vote, but added he understood the concerns of people in Western Canada. Ford said the idea of hosting a meeting came up during a conference call on Friday with almost all of the premiers. He said they also discussed infrastructure, healthcare spending, and holding the federal government to commitments the Liberals made during the campaign. Ford also said it's important to listen to Quebec, especially given that the Bloc Québécois won more seats than any other party in that province. A transit supervisor on a crowded train platform following Sunday's Oakland Raiders football game rescued a man who fell onto the tracks seconds before a train pulled into the station. The heroic act was caught on station surveillance video.
I saw him, I saw the headlights of the train, didn't think he was going to make it, so I just grabbed him and pulled him out. I just looked and it was like, he's not going to make it. So, I got to do something. There wasn't a lot of time to think. I mean, in my mind, it all went down in slow motion. But I just grabbed him and pulled him out. And my honest opinion, he wasn't going to make it, and I couldn't watch it happen. I don't know what to say, I'd like to think that anybody else standing there would have done the same thing. God put me there for a reason, right? I guess.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Martin Scorsese, you know who that is.
Martin Scorsese is a very famous movie director.
Huge movies he's done. Well, he has taken some flack on social media because he has slammed the Marvel movie industry, saying they're not real movies.
A lot of people are saying maybe Martin Scorsese should watch our Marvel films.
He has.
He does. Okay,
Yeah,
because
he
that was the
says
last
he
thing I heard
has.
was someone saying, well, has he even watched one? I don't think he's even watched one.
Well, what he says is he doesn't get what he wants to get out of those kinds of movies. He said, I don't know if maybe it's my generation, maybe when I learned about movies, it brought me to, a beginning, a middle, and an end, and there was something that I got from it. He said these all kind of... He said they're market researched, audience tested, vetted, modified, re-vetted, and re-modified until they're ready for consumption.
Oh my gosh. Tweaked
So
and
he
tweaked
thought
and
about
tweaked.
this.
Okay, I gotta say, I would... Script writing? I mean, Martin Scorsese's films are all heavy on the script.
Oh, yeah. There is always a message.
Digitally done, like so much digital enhancement to these digitally modified.
Yeah.
These,
So I don't think he's against
Marvel
the technology of the films. I think he's actually sort of a little bit concerned about the actual content of the movies.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even the way that it's shot, Luann, because a lot of it is done green screen and special effects, and that's not how he does his films.
No, but that's also a real challenge for an actor, I would think.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
To do the scene in front of a green screen. So there's that, that way.
Sure.
He said he thinks he's just too old for them.
Well, art is art.
Art is art.
And last night, actually, Keith and I were looking for stuff to watch, and Deadpool 2. Now, I haven't seen Deadpool 1, but I like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he is so cute.
And Deadpool's kind of funny, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so...
He pokes fun at that, the whole spy...
And then superhero.
Yeah.
So we came across
cute.
Deadpool 2. I said, Deadpool 2. I said, let's watch it. He said, I don't want to watch a superhero movie. I don't like them. Same sort of deal. He's not a fan of that genre.
You know what? I like nothing better than on a snowy afternoon, Sunday, all your housework's done, you're ready for the week, everything's washed and pressed and clean. You sit down and you watch those mindless escapism movies.
There you go.
Right? You just sit there with a bottle or 4 of wine and you just enjoy a little marathon.
If you
So
got
by
a
the
bottle
end of them, you're thinking, this is Oscar Award winning. This is the greatest Marvel movie ever.
Your advice to Martin Scorsese is,
Get drunk. Watch movies when you're hammered. Simple as that. Martin.
Okay, you know how long it's been since I went to a movie? I don't know what I went to see.
Oh my gosh.
They serve alcohol at movies now.
What?
You didn't know that either.
I didn't know. So I don't have to sneak it in anymore? No more wineskins?
Luann, they serve its license.
Gosh.
You go?
Here?
Yes.
Get Get out of here.
I didn't, but Keith did.
I bet that beer is worth $14, $15.
I don't think it's that expensive. No.
Really?
Maybe $7. I don't know. I didn't buy it. I don't know. Keith did.
Wow.
But anyway, no.
We need to go. Let's do a little matinee. We can just have a day drinking kind of thing, and by the time 7 o'clock runs,
settle down.
Okay.
We're gonna have Christina Hudson KRUSH Clothing. Seventh annual.
I can't even
fashion
believe
show for
it.
Arch coming
She's
up.
4 years old.
I know. It's coming up right after this. You're gonna love this interview. Stay with us, please.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
But this year,
Who's
I think
that fish and chips guy?
Who's the
fish and chips place? Where they do the
Frenchies.
Oh, I love it. Oh, what? Are we on? Oh! Here's us chatting away. This is Christina Hudson. Yeah. I got it right.
You got it right.
As you can see, KRUSH Fashion. We've known each other since you were a kid, really. Yeah. And your brother Kevin, I knew when he was still when he was a tap dancer back in the day, right?
Little dancers.
Yeah, your maiden name was KRUSH, so people might know the name in the city, but now it's Hudson. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how many years now with the store?
7, over 7. Yeah.
She's 25 years old and she's been running a clothing store for 7 years. Tell me about how it all started, Christina. You were working at the ice cream parlor?
At the ice cream parlor. Well, originally I'd worked at the Trading Post when I was 14, worked there. And then when I was 16, I started managing our ice cream parlor for my parents.
You managed it at 16?
Yeah, I did hiring, firing. My mom gave me a lot of duties there, and I learned so much. And I kind of knew that I wanted to work for myself at some point, and it was a really good experience.
Right.
And I decided I'm going to put together a business plan and try to apply for a grant to open up a clothing store.
When you were 18?
When I was 18.
You were, at the time, had you started college yet, or you were going into college?
I have a late birthday.
Okay.
In November, so I was going into college.
November what?
22nd.
Oh, I'm tomorrow.
Are you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
You're not a Scorpio, though. You're on the cusp.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. I'm either Sagittarius or Scorpio.
We can get along. Okay, so you decide.
So I decided this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was bigger, and and I struggled a lot shopping in stores. I would go there and I would almost feel like I was an inconvenience having to ask for a bigger size or having to go to the bottom of the pile for the biggest size of jeans. And I don't know, I had some really bad experiences shopping, and at that time as a teen you're already vulnerable. Like, it's horrible. So I wanted to have a store that made women feel comfortable, feel beautiful, not feel the way that I felt when I was shopping. And that was kind of the basis of wanting to start KRUSH. I didn't know if that was going to be something I was going to do forever, but I started it and I absolutely love it.
So you applied for the grant, and that was through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund?
Yes.
Okay, so they give you the startup money, you're in college, and you start up a business. That right there already is boggling my mind.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So you have one staff member, and you're opening your open hours were to fit around your schedule.
Yeah.
Like, that's, what a work ethic though.
It was
Good
crazy.
for you.
Yeah, I'd go to college and then I'd go open up the store and then I'd have a staff come in if I had a class. And then I realized that it really didn't make any sense to be doing that. So I actually dropped out of college and worked at the store full time.
Fast forward 7 years, changed locations twice, 3 times.
Expanded twice.
Still in the Frontier Village, but larger locations. What were you originally, 400 something square feet?
450 maybe.
And now you're at?
Over 2,000. Yeah.
And staff?
I have 8. Yeah.
See? And I asked you before we started, what do you think it is? I mean, you're one of a handful of people who run independent clothing stores in this city that isn't a chain, that's completely, locally owned, locally operated. What do you think is the secret to your success? 7 years.
I think it's just being authentic, being very real with people, being very hands-on with my customers. I know so many of my customers as if they were my best friends. I know when they come in, when somebody comes in, I try to remember, I want to know your name, even if it was your first time coming in. I want you to feel like we're friends when you're shopping, so you come back. So rather than your traditional selling techniques and let's just upsell everything and do all of that, that's not really the route that I took. And instead
you kind of broke all the rules.
I broke all the rules. I went to selling seminars. I don't think I follow one of the things that they taught me. Instead, I try to build a relationship with people. And in turn, I'm selling items because I'm being very honest with women.
You also have a really cool approach to when you do your buying. It's one thing I always thought, that if I were in retail and owning a place, that's one thing I would really look forward to, is the buying trips, right?
That's awesome.
So tell me about the reality for you of being an entrepreneur, businesswoman in Sault Ste. Marie in the retail industry, in fashion. What is your reality, and how do you deal with what's out there in the market and what you bring back?
So when I go to these buying shows, there's always what's on trend, right? And what's selling here so well. And I'm usually in New York, or I'm in Vegas, or I'm in Toronto. And I mean, there's trends. I'm wearing leopard right now. Leopard's a huge trend. But there's a lot of pieces out there that are selling great in places like Toronto that just aren't going to sell here. And I know that because I know my customers so well. So a lot of the times these sales reps will tell me, this piece you have to buy. We're selling it out with all of these stores. Revolve is buying it like crazy. But I know it's not going to sell here. And so I kind of base it on what my customers want, not what is on trend per se.
Some people are comfortable walking down a street or into a party or to work wearing an outfit that is different from the norm.
Definitely.
But for the most part, I think people want to be comfortable and look good and still blend in.
Exactly.
Maybe stand out because it's a polished look or something, but not that it's like, whoa.
Exactly.
That is so not Sault Ste. Marie.
Right.
So you shop with your clientele in mind.
I do. I shop with them in mind, and
but you still do
bringing in these pieces that, because I also feel like I love when women take that step out of their comfort zone.
Right. Try
a leopard skirt if you always wear black. Wear black on top, wear black on the bottom, and have that little pop of color. So I love people doing that, but I also understand I'm probably not going to sell a head-to-toe sequin outfit for someone going to work on a Wednesday. You know what I mean? So,
but you do sell the gamut, right? You carry everything.
I do. I carry everything.
So when we see the fashion show, which is coming up November the 23rd. November the 23rd at Grand Gardens North.
Yes.
Right next door to where your shop is in the Frontier Village. Are you opening year-round up there?
I am.
You are?
I am.
And you've done a pop-up store before. Is that something you do again?
No, I did it, I think it's been 4 years now. It was more in the beginning. I did it so that I could bring more awareness that I'm up there. And now I really, honestly, I just don't need to. Yeah.
So Arch, near and dear to you?
Very.
Have you always done the fundraiser for Arch?
I have.
For Arch Hospice?
Yeah, I know we have many friends and family that have, been personally, have used Arch.
Right.
And I have some very, very close members to our family that have gone there, and it's just so amazing what they're doing.
I know.
I'll always support Arch.
So in addition to the fashion show, the gala, what else can we expect at Grand Gardens North?
So it's the fashion show. Everyone has a full, however many course dinner. I think it's 4 or 5 courses.
Wow, yeah.
You get a complimentary drink.
Ooh.
After the fashion show, everything that's in the fashion show is actually exclusive. So it's never been in the store. It's never been seen. And then you get to shop it, and it's all at a discounted price if you're attending the fashion show.
That's great. Yeah. And then how do the proceeds go to Arch?
So from the ticket sales, we obviously have to pay for the dinner, pay for any advertising, that sort of thing, but then all the proceeds after those costs are donated to Arch.
Fantastic. Where do we get tickets, Christina?
At KRUSH.
At KRUSH, right up there.
Right up there. They're $60 each.
And that includes everything?
That includes everything.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you. And once again, the date is?
November 23rd.
There you go. Check out Christina Hudson's KRUSH Fashion Gala for Arch, and check out the store.
Thanks, Tim.
So nice to see you again. Too. Give my best to your family. We'll be back with Luann right after this.
I wanna let go. I wanna let go.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Well, I think it's time to get rid of these and change that picture. It's all lies, I tell you.
And it's all his fault because he said he was talking about the sun, and now it's...
I'm going to bring in dead trees and snow plows.
And a nice, lovely, warm fireplace to enjoy the winter by,
okay, let's
Timothy.
do that. Let's have a fire, okay?
Yeah,
I mean, not a real one.
Why not a real one?
Okay, insurance.
Insurance.
Hey, Wellness Wednesday tomorrow. Tune back in. We'll be here.
And so will KC Security. Thanks for sponsoring the show every morning. See you then.